Up in the sky, is it a bird? Is it a plane? Is it a collection of pops starting with one and ending with however many I have now? Yeah, that's what it is. What's going on, super friends? It's SuperDude back again in the Fortress of Brotude, located directly outside of Angel Grove. There's a lot of monster activity going on there. Now, I recorded this video once. It didn't want to work, so I'm going to try to record it again. This is going to be my pop collection explanation. I'm going to show off my different pops, why I have them, the stories of why I have them, why I collect the ones I collect, such and such and so forth. I'll start this video by saying I don't collect collections of these. I don't collect series. I don't collect all of the Marvel ones or all the DC ones or all the Civil War ones or all the... No. No, not at all. I collect the ones that I think are worth they're worth it. The ones that are worth collecting, and the ones that I personally like. And you'll see that as I go through my collection here with you in a minute. However, I would like to start off with my first one, that being this guy. You've all seen him before. Boom! Anger! I know it's all glary, but trust me, he's there and he's very angry. That was the first one I ever got. My little sister actually got it for me for a birthday present a year ago. And I didn't start collecting them a year ago. I got that one. And then I got a second one, which I'll show you. This one. Macho Man. And then a third one. And then that started me collecting them. Kratos being number 3. Now, that's the story of how I got started collecting, just to sort of speed this thing up. But I'll give you the reasons why I collected each one. And without pulling them back up, I got Anger. I wanted Anger because he's my favorite character from the Inside Out movie. And that's really why I collect most of them that I do, is that they're my favorite characters from the series or favorite characters from the collection or whatever. I collect ones that I like. I don't collect ones I think are going to sell well. I don't look for the rarest ones. I look for ones that I enjoy the character of. For example, like I just said, Anger. I got him because I like the character, I love the voice of the character, and I love the look of the pop for the character. Macho Man, I got Macho Man simply because I love the Macho Man as a wrestler, and I love this outfit of Macho Man's. The fact that this is the one, he's got a couple more that I like, but the fact that this is the one they chose for the pop is really cool because it is one of the better Macho Man outfits in my opinion. And third one I got was Kratos. And then the rest just came in blurs, so I'm not gonna go in order with them. But the third one I got is Kratos. And I got Kratos because, again, cool character. I played the games, all of them, every one of them, except 4 because it's not out yet. I've officially played every one of them. And I think I'm gonna have to say 3 is my favorite. 3 with Chains of Olympus being a close second. But yeah, I would not be surprised to see more Kratos coming out in the future. Maybe multiple versions with different weapons. That'd be a cool little thing they could do. But that's my first 3. Moving on to this next one. This next one I got because I watched the show as a kid. I watched the cartoon, and this is from the cartoon, I believe. Yeah, it looks like it's from the cartoon, so I'm going to say it's from the cartoon, and that being X-Men Cyclops. Now, do I necessarily like the character of Cyclops? Because they turned him into sort of like an emo, sort of woe is me, look at my powers, Jean, come back to me, sure, derp, derp, derp. Secondary character to Wolverine, but I do like the design of the character. And I like his attitude in the show. Moving on to You know what? I'll do these 3 in succession in a minute. And then we'll go... That's the order we'll go in right there. So I got these 4 out of the way. Excuse me. Next, the next one I got is Evie. Everybody, I know you can't get a real good look. There we go, Evie. That is Evie from Descendants. Now, if you don't know what Descendants is, real quick, it's a movie about the children of Disney villains. And basically it's their story of going to the good person school and being accepted by all of those people. And Evie is one of the characters that I liked from that movie. I really liked that movie. I'm really excited to see the second one. I'd predicted that the son of Gaston was going to be in the second one, and that's been confirmed. So, yay for me. So that is the story of Evie. Now these next three are not all the same collection, but I'm talking about them because they're all from essentially the same thing. Come here. Excuse me. Alright. Now, this one I'll talk about first. Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch right there. I got Scarlet Witch again, and I'm going to probably repeat this for every one of them, but I love the character Scarlet Witch from the... Scarlet Witch is my favorite character to break out from the Avengers Age of Ultron movie. In a minute, I'll show you my favorite one that emerged from Civil War, but this character, she's not my favorite in Civil War, but she is my favorite to emerge from Avengers Age of Ultron. Now, 5 stars for Avengers Age of Ultron. It was a great movie. I will buy the DVD as soon as I can get my hands on it. And same goes for Civil War. Now, I'm going to get the Civil War version of Scarlet Witch, but until then, she has a lovely place, and she's going to have a place on my wall of pops. So, next, we'll talk about these 2 from Civil War, first being War Machine. Now, War Machine, for all of you who know me, and for those of you who don't, know that War Machine is my favorite. It's Iron Man suit, at least. He's one of my favorite Marvel heroes, but he's definitely my favorite Iron Man suit out of any of them. Any of the War Machines, except Iron Patriot. I don't... As much as I like America, keep him off of War Machine. Let War Machine be War Machine, and don't call him the Iron Patriot. Or call him the America Machine. Whatever. But I got War Machine because, again, I love the character War Machine from any movie he gets to be in. I'm still waiting for a War Machine solo film. I hope he gets more action in the Iron Man 4 movie. That'd be cool. But that is the only War Machine pop I think they have. I have to look to see if they've got other ones, but I don't think so. They need other ones. I would love to see another one. But this next one is a fun story. A friend of mine named Jazz told me that this pup here would be one of the harder ones to find. And while I found that to be true, I decided to go ahead and get it so that if it did end up being true, which I've found it to be, I would have him. And that being Civil War Black Panther. Now I can't tell if it's in the light because it's Black Panther. And it's hard to see, regardless. So, Black Panther, that is my favorite character they created in Civil War. He's got a sort of no-nonsense, no BS attitude. He's just straight up honest with everybody. Just, hey, I'm not here to joke. I'm here to kick people in the teeth. And he does. And I'm speeding through this because my last video was like 30 minutes. And I know you guys don't want to sit through 30 minutes of this stuff. But, Sting! Moving on to Sting. Sting is one of my favorite wrestlers. He's under Macho Man, of course. Macho Man being my top favorite wrestler from any generation, anything ever of all time. Macho Man, I would put him at the top of my list if I was making a fantasy roster. And I got this Sting because I like this version of Sting. Everybody calls this the Crow Sting because he looks like a character called the Crow. But there's a Sting out there that is Wolfpack Sting, which is my favorite Sting of all time. and I'm going to get that as soon as I find it. But for now, I have black and white Crow Sting. These next two are fun. These next two have a fun little story. And the story being, I ran all over the place for months trying to find a specific pop. And I would find it, and I'd be like, okay, I'm going to hide it. And when I come back, it'd be bought when I had money to buy it. And then I would find it again when I didn't have money. Then when I had money, it'd be gone. And repeat the process for months. But recently, I went on an excursion with a buddy of mine named Kevin. We called it the Pop Hunt, because while we were hanging out, in fact, having fun hanging out, we were looking for these, which is where my collection of 3 expanded to 11. And we looked everywhere. We looked in Second and Charles. We looked in GameStop in the mall. We looked in Hot Topic. We looked in everywhere you can look, really. We looked in for it and never found it. Didn't find it one time. And then finally, we go just on a random moment. My buddy Kevin's like, hey, we should go in Barnes and Nobles. And I'm like, why? Because I want to look for zombie books. So we look for zombie books in Barnes and Nobles. And then I walk by this pop, and it falls off the shelf. Like, it falls off the shelf. Like, how better a story can you get? Like, one of them falls off the shelf while I was looking, and it's this one. And lo and behold, it's the one that I wanted for months. It's the one I've been looking for. But Kevin told me, if you're going to buy that one, you have to buy this one. And when I show you this one, you're going to know what the previous one was. It is this, oh God, the Stay Puft Marshmallow. Look at the adorable Marshmallow smile. Woo! Now, the Stay Puft Marshmallow guy right there. I got him because of Slimer. Now, I love the fact that Stay Puft is huge. He's probably going to be one of the only big pops that I buy. And then unless they make a Megazord pop. Don't hold me to that. But he is probably going to be one of the biggest pops that I buy. Now, Slimer, that's that one that I love this character. This character's great. He's just a combination of gross, funny, weird. I love him. Now, he is probably my favorite one that I've got. At least he was. Until I went out today. Now, for those of you who know anything about me, I have a best friend in the entire world named Logan. Logan is the epitome of excellence. Incredible human being. And he's back home for a week from his Navy business. And while we were out hanging out, I found another pop and bought it. And this is going to be one of those ones that I never complete the collection of unless somebody just buys me the one that I'm not getting. But in this collection, there is Brack, Zorak, and Space Ghost. My plan is to get Brack, but for now I have Space Ghost. Yes. For those of you who don't know who Space Ghost is from a show, and it was called Space Ghost. But the full title of the show, I think, was Space Ghost Coast to Coast. It was just like a random superhero with a talk show, I believe was the draw of that show was, hey, look at my talk show. And he talked like this. He's had sort of a news anchor type voice. Well, that stinks, Zorak. Attitude. One of my favorite characters from a random little thing that they made a pop of, so I just decided to stop and get it. Even though I probably shouldn't have. Now, I will tell you a couple of the ones that I plan to add in the future, because like I said, I don't intend to get every one ever made, ever. But there are a few here and there. For example, the Mal from Disney Descendants, the Wolfpack Sting, I plan to get a Captain Marvel one, maybe a Colossus one, the Power Rangers ones. That'll be one of the only sets I get. Let's see, Zoom from The Flash, Superman, just random ones here and there. That is my collection. It's going to be random. It's going to be different. I'll get a Red Hood one if they ever make it. I might get a Batman one if they make a if they have a Batman Beyond one. I'll look for it. But that's really my collection now expanded to 12. And that'll be the end of this video. I will update you when I get more. I won't update every pop. The only reason Space Ghost is in this one is because I had to redo this video and I got him beforehand. So I will update you. I'll say every 3, 4, maybe every 5. I'll update you. We're making a nice round number. I'll decide, but every 3, 4, or 5, I will. And leave your idea in the comments if you want me to do them an update every 3, 4, 5, however many. And if you want to see the updated ones, or if you want to see the whole collection, plus the updated ones, or what. But, thank you so much for watching, guys. Until next video, I've been Super Dude. You guys have been Super Friends, watching me in the Fortress of Broitude, located outside Angel Grove. And until I see you next, up, and away.